long-term care for the rest of her life. That's why we need to get to a trial quickly. And that's what we're going to ask the court to do. But we understand this isn't the court's only case. We are respectful of that. We've done this enough to know that.
In the last weeks, we learned about a couple of sheriff deputies from Orange County who have encountered some difficulties to get insurance benefits because they were off duty in another state. My question to you is, some of your clients, are they law enforcement from either California or other places? And if so, what kind of implications does that have?
To my knowledge, we don't have any direct law enforcement clients. We certainly have security officers that were there. We certainly have staff members that were at Live Nation that were there that are bringing claims. But to my knowledge, I do not know of a police officer that was involved in our case. We haven't filed it, that's for sure.
Can you kind of talk about the group of people being represented? So it's people who are at the show, like security staff, anything else we're missing?
All of our PTSD cases, that's people that didn't suffer a physical injury, they're suffering from these mental injuries. It's a very serious issue, folks. The number one reason our military men and women, when they come home, the number one health issue that they suffer from is PTSD, and it's a killer. Drugs, alcohol, depression, suicide. We take those cases very, very seriously. My law firm was one of the first law firms in Texas to try that issue to rest. I've recovered for over 1,000 people on PTSD alone, so we take that very seriously. All of our PTSD claims were at the concert. We have not filed a single PTSD claim for anybody that wasn't at the concert. That doesn't mean that people that weren't at the concert don't have a right to bring a claim for PTSD. They certainly do. But we thought was best in this first petition was to file a suit with just the people that were at the concert. We certainly have gunshot wound victims. There's 30 plus in the petition of gunshots. They vary in range. Some are through and through injuries, shot in the leg and the arm. Some are very, very serious life-intensive injuries. Multiple of those victims have had several surgeries each. We certainly have Miss Staples that was shot in the head, and we certainly have the two deceased that were killed on the scene. So
of the total group of people, would you say the vast majority are people who are attending the show, and then the rest are people who were working the event?
No, I would say 99% of all the clients that were filed in this lawsuit were people that were attending the show as patrons.
Okay. So mostly patrons and then a few employees.
That's correct.
Now, given the fact, and correct me if I'm wrong, but given the fact that you said this is not a class action lawsuit, this is an individual, what would be a positive outcome for your office and for every single one of them, if you can generalize it? Okay, so here's one of the things we want to do, and this is almost to the T for my clients. We want to learn from this, and we want to make change because of this happening. But importantly, for a plaintiff's lawyer, for the clients, is to get fair compensation. Am I going to tell the judge or you folks of what I believe fair compensation is? No, I'm not going to do that, because that's within the purview of 12 people that we haven't selected yet. We're going to allow a jury in California to decide that for us. But let's be honest. How do you come about change in a case like this? Well, you got to hit the defendants pretty hard in the pocketbook for them to pay attention. And if you hit them hard in the pocketbook, guess what? Everybody else in this industry starts listening. If there's great public outrage, the federal government and state governments start to listen. We need change. These things are happening at a very high rate. This is the world we live in. If we're not prepared to make changes and protect people better, we're going to continue to see this. We can't wait for evil to happen and then do something about it. That's retroactive. It is too late. It's too late for the 58 dead. It's too late for the 500 plus shot. It's too late for the 1,000 plus injured and trampling.
And it's too late for the 22,000 people that will never forget this event for the rest of their lives. What we need to be is proactive. We can do that. We know how to do that. The question is if we're going to do it. And I believe this case is going to show that MGM and Live Nation chose not to do it.
Given the range of injuries described in the claims, I know it's hard to put a number on potential damages, but do you think we're talking tens of millions for this group, hundreds of millions, like, if you had to say?
Okay, so a job of a lawyer in a case like this is to evaluate the claims. We have fully vetted all the claims that we filed. That's our ethical obligation as a lawyer. As a guest here in California, working under a Pro Hoc VJ, California has allowed Mo and myself and the other lawyers here to work and help the court. But we have vetted those. But have we gotten to the process of determining what each value of each case is? No, absolutely not. That's going to take a long time. We're going to do it. We're going to make an evaluation for each one of our clients, not as a group. Each client will have their independent evaluation for their damages based on medical records, based on their experience, based on their pain and suffering. But do you want a number? How about this number? How about $1 billion? How about that? I think that that would be a fair number for MGM to understand what this case is all about, to make some changes, and for the industry to recognize the risk for not following security protocols, not having a plan.
Can you talk about the venue? How there was barricades all over, there was no exits, plus the trampoline?
Yes, sir. We were given access to the site a couple of weeks ago, and I went out there with our expert team, and there were other groups there as well. And what I saw a lot, and this has all been documented and will come out during the course of this litigation, is that there was no clearly marked exit signs for people to leave. And the exits that were there, some of them were actual exits, but they were blocked off for whatever reason. And during the course of interviews, we also found that some of the entrance areas, the gates, you could come in, but you could not get out of. So one of the issues in this case is going to be how did Live Nation plan for any type of natural or unnatural disaster in this case. I mean, we could have had a tornado hit over there, and people would still have to get out of there, or there could have been a fire, or any type of natural disaster. There could have been an active shooter on the premises. We have shootings these days, as Chad said, all the time. So one of the heavily litigated issues in this case is going to be what are the duties of a concert venue promoter on coming up with a security plan. And given the age that we live in, with active shooters, with people driving trucks into crowds, we had the Astros won the World Series in Houston, and there was a big parade. And I was worried that my staff that had gone to the parade, I was worried for their safety. 5 years ago, people didn't think like this. So it's unfortunate, but venue promoters and venue owners are going to have to account for the realities of life these days, which is that there could be a security risk.
Will you be promoting stricter gun laws or anything like that related to the case?
That's a good question, sir. So if you notice, there was some filings in Nevada that sued the bump stock manufacturer that the shooter had used. And there's also been some filings in against some gun manufacturers. Our focus in this case is not about gun control, because I think a lot of our clients feel strongly about their rights, about gun ownership, and their constitutional rights. So this lawsuit is not about gun control. This lawsuit is about promoting security in the hospitality industry. And as Steve Wynn came out and said the week after this, that his casinos they've made changes at their casinos. They've been making changes because of the world we live in. And so this case is not about gun control. This case is about promoting security at concert venues, at hotels, at casinos, any type of place where somebody can get access to a large number of unsuspecting victims and cause massive harm. That's what we want to change.
Did I read correctly that you're also suing Paddock's estate?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
How much can you get there, you know?
I think that's more of an issue that our clients have expressed both to Chad and Michelle and me individually, that although Paddock's estate is going to have a limited amount of recovery, they want to make sure that that claim is made just because of the personal animosity that there is for the shooter's actions.
There have been several other cases here in California and litigation and MGM. What do you think is the likelihood of all these cases being related to litigation?
So one of the experts that we've hired, sir, has been retained in other cases against Live Nation, and in that, as to what does the premises owner, what do they foresee from a security perspective? I don't think these cases are going to get joined with any other cases, but they're going to be, the experts are going to overlap, but the cases themselves are going to stay separate.
Why is that? What do you anticipate?
Just because they're different incidents. I think I think what you're talking about is other pending litigation against casinos and Live Nation, correct?
But yeah, related to October 1st.
Okay, yes, sir. I think those might get consolidated into one big case for discovery purposes. Now, the question would be, is that going to be in California, or is that going to be in Nevada, or some combination thereof? Ultimately, the cases are going to get tried either as individual cases or groups.
Say how many deceased clients you have.
We currently and their family members. Frankly, we anticipate more based on lawyers who are calling us to help them with their cases, but right now those are the two that we are focused on.
And then did you say 250 are PTSD?
At least 250 of the 450 are PTSD only. Over 100 of the claims in the 450 are trampling related injuries that can be very serious, and then you have the other filings and the shooting cases.
You mentioned 65% of something, I'm sorry.
65% of the 450 are California residents.
Gotcha, thank you.
And are some of the PTSD cases they were traumatized by their
Or the PT weren't there, or if you weren't in close proximity. So maybe some lawyers would bring those claims, but that's not a legitimate claim unless they were there and experienced the event.
I didn't hear you saying this, and it's bouncing in my mind. Are you guys department or any authorities that might have not been involved?
Absolutely not.
The 5 folders in front of you each contain one of your clients' cases. Are they representative of your overall tort case?
So we currently represent over 750 individuals. We have only vetted 450 of those. One of the filings that you see in front of me is the 450 individuals that include the types of claims we discussed. And then we have Ms. Staples' claim in there, and we have Dixie's claim in there for her husband, Chris, and then we have Rocio's claim for her husband.
What's the other one? So it's got Gasper.
Paige Gasper was the case that was dismissed and moved to here.
I can speak to Paige's case. Michelle Teagle, I represent, we'll switch, okay. Michelle Teagle, we had Paige's case voluntarily dismissed in the state of Nevada. The reason being is that Paige is a resident of California, and after doing additional discovery, there are also multiple defendants who are from the state of California, and so we made the decision that Paige's case would be best served by also moving it to California. So we have refiled her case now in this state. Paige is doing better physically, but has a long road ahead of her psychologically and is starting to struggle, as many of our clients are, as they start to process the trauma of October 1st and seek counseling.
What about the others that are in hers?
Sure. A number of the other clients in the same complaint filed with Paige's, there are a few that have psychological injuries. We represent some individuals who also have trampling injuries in that complaint. One of the clients in that complaint was also an employee and was acting as an usher at the event. And what's important about her claim is that she was acting in some capacity as security. She was supposed to be helping people, or at least to know where to send people in the event of emergency. It's our understanding from that client that she was never told what the security plan or emergency response plan would be, that there was never a sit down with all of the employees who were having these directive roles in the venue of here's what we do in case of an emergency. And that's not her fault. That's on the companies who were orchestrating this event and who had responsibility for security and failed not only their employees who were working in this event, but they also failed the people who were attending. And so, you know, we have a lot of compassion for the people who were working it and who were failed not only by their employers, but by other contractors and companies at the event. I also have a client who was trying to get out of an exit, and he went to an exit that he believed he would be able to get out of, and it was locked. It's our understanding that there was not a clear plan as to where the exits were, and that a lot of the thousands of people who were in this venue and attending this concert did not know how to get out. And so when this client went to this, what he thought was an exit, and it was locked, that required him to turn around and go back into the killing zone. And as many of these individuals faced, then they were injured or trampled or shot because they couldn't get out of the venue. And so that's something that I think a lot of the individuals in a number of the complaints are facing.
I'm sorry, can you clarify? The 450, does that include your client or those are separate?
Let me clarify that.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah, let me just kind of break it down so we can kind of clarify all of that. There are 5 lawsuits that were filed today by this legal team that's sitting before you. 2 of those are death cases. They were filed individually. One of them is what we believe, what Chad and I believe to be the most catastrophic case in this litigation, which is the Staples case, because of the head injury and the nature of the bullet wound to the head. There's another case that was filed, case number 4, which is the 450 cases that were filed as part of one complaint. And those include around 40 bullet wound cases, actual gunshot wounds. They have trampling plus PTSD type of injuries and also PTSD injuries. The 5th complaint is the Gasper complaint. That's the complaint that Ms. Stiegel just talked about, which was initially filed in Nevada. And then we moved that case to California as the part of the rest of the cases of our team. So total 5 petitions filed today, 2 death cases, 1 major catastrophic injury case, 450 cases, and then the Gasper case from Nevada. Does that give some clarification? Okay.
What courthouse are you going to be litigating in?
You know, I'm going to let Alan Michaels talk about that. He's our partner in California on that, and I think he's best suited to talk about that, answer that question.
Thank
You
you.
also answer when you expect that this might actually be heard.
And one more thing before your time, sorry, I'm with a TV station in Spanish. Do you guys have anybody that can give me a statement in Spanish?
Say it again, I'm
So
sorry.
do you guys have anybody that can give me a statement in Spanish?
Maybe later on we can get you somebody, sir.
Later today or some other day?
I think we can talk about that after we're done, but I think I can probably get you somebody.
Just for them. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Alan Michael, I am local counsel. The 5 complaints that Mo just spoke of have been filed in Los Angeles Superior Court downtown. We have asked the court to consider these complex cases, and under California procedural rules, a complex case is usually removed to a separate courthouse where the judges don't have a large number of cases so much. They have smaller number of cases, but the cases tend to be complex. So we fully expect, actually the first step is that these cases will be deemed related. We will tell the court that the Gasper case is related to the Staples case, it's related to the Abraham case, and they will all be related and probably assigned to one judge, and that probably will be a judge in the complex unit of the Los Angeles Superior Court. Going to the question of timing, those of us who litigate in the complex courthouses know that one of the reasons they're in the complex courthouses, they don't meet the time standards that are set up for the everyday judge who takes all comers. They're given basically a guideline of let's try to get most cases handled within a year. The complex cases, almost by definition, are moved to the complex unit because that's going to be very difficult to do, either because of the number of defendants, number of plaintiffs, number of witnesses, the complexity. And then another issue that came up that's not specifically about these cases, but somebody asked the question earlier about what about the other cases. The courts do have, in California, the courts have the opportunity to, there are statutes that allow what is known as coordination. So if there are cases in another county, they can be coordinated, and if there are cases in Los Angeles County, they can be consolidated. This has to do with motions. Somebody goes to the judge who says, why do we have one judge who's handling these cases in the October 1 shooting? Let's put them all together. So all of that creates uncertainty. How do we know whether or not we're going to be 5 of the specific cases with what do we have, some almost 500 different people, with another group of counsel who have 17 or 1,700 or however many. So we just don't know how long that's going to take to get organized, but we know that it's going to take some months to get the complaints out and have everybody come in, and the court's going to say, okay, this is the population of cases. So it's hard to answer the question of how long.
Were these actually filed today?
Yes, these we have case numbers. That's one of the things we were waiting for, was to get proof that these were filed today, this morning at around 11 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
This one just boring.
I enjoyed your explanation of complex law.
Oh, well, there you go. You're a lawyer turned reporter, right? Am I right?
Because I decided to take last night.
I knew, okay, well, I was going to say, this guy's a lawyer. I saw that.
Baseline Road, just west of Signal Butte Road. We have 900 merchants.
Today on Sonoran Living, it's the gift guide season. It is the gift giving season, everyone, and we're going to show you all kinds of great ideas for your family and friends.
Starting with Mesa Marketplace, who says they have something for everyone.
Don't forget the jewelry, something for her, something for him, and you won't have to empty your wallet.
And do you have a cowboy or cowgirl on your shopping list? Where to get custom handmade hats?
And what would the holidays in Arizona look like without tamales? Great tasting at a fantastic price.
Plus sweet treats for your sweetheart. How to give the gift of chocolate. That's all right now on Sonoran Living.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Hey, thanks for tuning in. This is a very special edition. We call it the Gift Guide. Welcome to Sonoran Living. I'm Terry Olac.
And I'm Susan Casper. By the end of this show, you are going to have so many gift ideas for everybody on your list.
All right, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to start with one place you can go to find all of those great gift ideas.
That's right. A little marketplace of our own out here. We are talking about Mesa Marketplace Swap Meet. This is Joan Wells from the marketplace.
Hello.
You've brought a little bit. Just a little bit.
It's
It's incredible out here.
Yes, we're located on Baseline Road, just west of Signal Butte Road. We have 900 merchants stocking 1,600 selling spaces. And we are open Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays from 7 to 4. And each one of these merchants you're going to meet today specialize in gift certificates. So you don't even have to know exactly what the person wants. You can just give them a gift certificate.
That's perfect, as you can customize that gift for that special someone. This is the kind of place that you go when you have to shop for someone who has everything.
Exactly. and you'll want everything
Right?
too.
I've been out to the Mesa Marketplace. We were there all day long. We ate, we danced, we sang, we shopped. We had such a great time. And behind us, Terry, you are with some of those vendors. I mean, the items are incredible.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what? We're going to give you a little sneak peek because of what you can find there. And everything that you find there, go ahead, Bruce, give us a little demonstration of what is happening here. This is called Serendipity Silk, okay? And what Bruce is doing is showing you how when you get to their booth at Mesa Marketplace, they're going to teach you how to make your own handmade dyed scarf, silk scarf, or bandana. This is beautiful, Bruce. How long does it take for us to make this?
It takes about 3 minutes to make a bandana, about 7 minutes to make a scarf.
And we can make it any color we want, right?
Yes, you can. We have 30 different colors.
Oh my gosh, look at that. You do the paint and then put the silk on and it's going to capture. Oh, look at that. But look what's behind me here. All different colors, all different shades. If you don't want to make one yourself, of course you can buy one already made. They also do, look at that. It's done already. That's gorgeous. They also do hats, shoes, all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, you can just find, really talk about unique and one of a kind. And of course, they have gift cards. Now I want you to meet Grady, who is the Angels store. I love Angels, Grady. This is beautiful. Tell me about some of these pieces.
Well, the Angels store, we moved from Scottsdale on 5th Avenue to the Mesa Marketplace, but we specialize in not only nativities, we also specialize in locally made artists.
Oh,
so
that
this is
stunning.
all locally made.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Right here
Yeah.
as well.
Hand painted. And it's not just holiday angels, right? It's
No.
angels. Angels are good all year long.
Angels are great all year long.
I love it.
And all these are all locally made right here.
Those are beautiful.
And then I do have to say too that when an angel bell rings, an angel gets its wings. This is our number one selling.
Good thing I just got my wings. Oh my gosh, finally. Finally, I've been waiting for those wings. This is the Dip Lady here. Now you can find the Dip Lady also at Mesa Marketplace. How many dips do you have, Dip Lady?
I have 21 gourmet prepackaged dip mixes. This one here is my best seller. It's pineapple passion fruit dip.
And you can try them when you go see the Dip Lady.
You sure
and guess
can.
what? You can go home and make them yourself. Or again, gift certificates. This is a great idea. So many great ideas. We're showing you something for everyone here. Okay, now check this out. This is really unique. This is where you can customize something for the kids or the sports fan in your life. You go in, and when you get there, you can give Sherry all of the information, and then she's going to personalize it for you. How long does it take to do that, Sherry?
Anywhere from 15 minutes to up to an hour, depending on how many things you order, and they're made while you shop with your name and everything.
So look at that. You can go start at the beginning of your shopping day with Sherry, get all that information going. There's books for kids, music with your child's name in it, sports memorabilia with your child's name on it, or your husband's, or the sports lover in your life. It doesn't really matter. Anybody who loves sports. Great gift idea. Very custom, very personal. And then this is really cool. Come on over here, because this is called puzzle art. And these are all handmade, but these are brain teasers. What's the perfect age group?
That's right. I've got challenges for all different ages here, all different levels of challenge. They are handcrafted at a workshop in Florida. What I'm trying to do is celebrate the old school way of stimulating our minds.
My mind is stimulated. There you go. And last but not least, check this out. Bring in your cell phone, bring in a jump drive, and this beautiful lady right here will make all of these, whether it's a canvas, it could be a small piece of artwork, a large piece of artwork, your photo, her photos. She can make that for you. It takes a week for that to happen, right?
Correct.
1 week for that to happen. It's called Piece of Canvas, and gift certificates are available.
Yes, all of these stores have gift certificates. Joan, over a mile of shopping?
Actually, almost a mile and a half.
A mile and a half.
900 merchants stocking.
What about
1,600
parking?
booths. Free parking, free admission, and free live music in the food court.
Oh, it's fantastic. Something for everyone. Let's get you out there to make it Mesa Marketplace swap meet. They are open, as you just heard, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. The cool part about it is you don't know what you need for that special someone. You don't need to worry. Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, free parking, free admission, live music in the food court from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mesa Marketplace swap meet is located at 10550 East Baseline Road in Mesa. That's near the intersection of Signal Butte and Baseline Roads. 480-338-5572, or visit their website, mesamarket.com. Whew, we're worn out. All that shopping, it makes you hungry, right? Well, Terry O has you covered.
Secret, I love guacamole, but have you ever had the best guacamole in the world? Coming up, I'm going to share my secret on where you can get it.
Did you guys see anything out in here? You can't see out there. Oh, you could see it? Oh, okay. Awesome.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
I
can
do
hear
now.
you.
No, I couldn't hear you at all outside.
If you live in Arizona, you have to be a lover of Mexican food. I know I am, but I am at Los Sombreros, and this is not any Mexican food, ladies and gentlemen. This is very unique. I want you to meet Kurt Risky. He and his partner are the brand new owners of Los Sombreros here in Scottsdale. First of all, congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I am super excited for you guys. Their story is so incredible. First of all, before we talk about all this amazing food, let's talk a little bit about your history, because you and your partner Jeff actually worked here years ago before you bought it.
Yes. So Jeff and I both worked here. I waited tables here 15 years ago out of college, actually. So,
wow, that's
yes,
pretty cool. And
awesome.
He was bartending.
Yeah, he bartended shortly after that for 5 years, and yeah, here we are back at it.
The proud new owners. All right, let's talk about the concept here, because when I said it's not your typical Mexican food, I really mean that, because you've really taken the taste of a very famous chef.
Right. Yeah. And
brought them out.
Yes. Yeah. Jeff Smedstead was basically the founder of this concept, and we took what he had already done and just, you know, the tradition moves forward with it. So
yes, well, that is awesome, because I know a lot of people are familiar with him and a lot of his dishes, his food, and he's still very successful here in Sedona, actually.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So you've kind of taken them though and added somewhat of your own flavor to them too, though.
Yes. So we have, and you know, in addition to that, we've also brought back some of the favorites that got off the menu, like some of the moles, and wanted to bring them right back. They were my favorite dishes 15 years ago.
Okay.
So
and still are today.
Still are,
right?
exactly.
Let's talk about appetizers, okay? Because that's always a great way to start. And this one in particular, it kind of surprised me. I know it surprised you. Tell me about this appetizer.
Sure, that's our wheat lacoche crepes. It took me about 5 days to say wheat lacoche. So I was super excited when I tried this dish and was amazed about the flavors. The wheat lacoche is a mushroom that's off the corn. We do a wheat lacoche cream, and then with the pomegranate, it's kind of got this sweet, savory mixture that's absolutely phenomenal.
And your last meal in the whole world, if you had to have it, would be?
The pollo con espinacas.
What is it? It sounds good.
It's chicken with chipotle cream sauce, cilantro aioli, obviously the toppings with cilantro and onions and tomato and cheese, and it is just absolutely phenomenal.
Well, so many amazing dishes, but as Kurt would say, the guacamole is the best in the world. I have to concur, and that's part of your special offer. If you come into Los Sombreros, mention Sonoran Living, you're going to give them a pile of amazing guacamole.
Yes, we are.
So let's talk about the holidays, because you're doing something really unique. You're offering up some tamales, which if they are even remotely close to these dishes, they're insane.
Yes, yeah, we're going to do 12 different tamales for $35. So we have a nice little gift basket if you want to, you know, buy something for a friend or relative, and
or make it easy
on yourself. Yeah, even
He's
better.
He's even got a tamale hotline.
Yes,
how about
we
that?
do.
So you can call and order, and you can also do it online.
Correct. Okay. Yeah, you'll want to just check our website at losombreros.com, and we'll have all the information up there as far as a hotline number, ordering online, and all of that good stuff.
Thanks for making it easy, because you know nothing is easier than coming into Los Sombreros and letting them do all of the hard work, and then take the tamales home. You can have it later, made it even easier. Kurt, thank you so much for having us over to the restaurant today. My challenge is where to begin.
Start with the pollo con espinacas.
Okay, I'm in.
Well, we were all in. That was amazing. Guess what?
Los Sombreros has a special offer for you. They're giving you free guacamole tableside when you dine in. And let me tell you, it is pretty good, the best in the world. Los Sombreros is located in Scottsdale at 2534 North Scottsdale Road. Call 480-994-1799. Eat in or eat on the patio. You can learn more on their site at lossombreros.com.
If you love wearing hats as much as I do, then this next gift idea is sure to top the list. Eric Watson, he is master hatter and owner of Watson's Hat Shop, and you have an incredible display. Great to have you here. I understand, and I've been talking with you, you make every single hat custom handmade one at a time.
That is correct. We actually have all of the materials as far as the felt hats. Everything's made in the U.S. And at our hat shop in Cave Creek, we make everything one at a time.
Yes, there you are. We are in your hat shop right now. What an incredible business. Everything there vintage.
Yes. All of our equipment is late 1800s, early 1900s. And we actually ended up purchasing one of the oldest hat shops that operate from 1860 to 1989. And the family had everything in storage, and we use all that same equipment today to actually hand block and shape.
Oh, wow.
And just make the whatever hat style you want. There's hundreds of hat styles you can choose from. Everything from a dress hat, cowboy hat, of course ladies' hats.
It's fascinating. So, and you do this in as little as 48 hours?
We can. Over the years, we've been blessed, and we are able to do this because of, it's not just me, but other people that I've taught, such as my wife. I have my uncle, and we also have some other employees as well that work for us that we're teaching.
That's wonderful. And you're teaching, these are your apprentices, right? Your
correct.
Apprentices. I love it.
Yep.
All right, so I want to talk about the quality. I mean, these hats, the fine hats that are on this table, the highest quality hats I've ever seen.
Thank you.
You all are using 100% beaver fur felt, and I want to show and explain the detail. So this is felt.
Yes.
How long did this piece of felt?
Well, at the felting factory, it takes about 40 to 50 employees.
Wow.
On all old equipment, but also by hand to actually felt the beaver fur into this.
And then this is what you get.
And then we have to get this piece, which is basically, called a blank.
Right.
It's a hatter's blank.
And then it turns into the custom design. And you actually measure every person's head?
That is correct. We use the conformator here. So we actually place this on the person's head, put a stock card inside here. It takes an impression. Those fingers move out.
Wow.
And we get an exact tailored fit.
And you keep the measurements in the shop. That's so cool. So if you want to get a hat later down the line. So I want to show we're showing the outside and the quality, but I want you to see the inside of how this hat is made. Look at the quality and the detail. What is this? This is hand stitched, right?
This is all handmade. The leather sweatbands. In this case, this is 100% goat hide leather. And you can see the craftsmanship and the detail of the stitch lines.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And every single raw material down to the thread that we use is made in the U.S.
So this is an investment. This is high quality. It's an investment. It's going to last forever,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. And okay, so may I?
Absolutely.
Okay, so of course I was salivating when you were setting up in here. And describe for everyone, oh my goodness, stop it. And it just happened to match, right?
Yeah.
It just happened to match. When someone puts an investment piece like this and says, I'm going to get a really good high quality hat, what does that mean to you? Because you custom make all of this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So every single hat eventually rolls through my fingers, even though we have apprentices that work underneath me. But you actually have the new Lady Watson collection, inspired by my wife Emily, and she does all the ribbon work and comes up with the designs, and then on the hat making side.
So this is the Lady Watson over here. Again, I'm wearing one of them. Thank you, Emily. They're gorgeous. Look at the detail. So these are all of the women's, for the ladies out there. So if you have a lady who likes to rock a hat, this is the place to go. And I understand you guys are being featured on the big screen as well.
Yes, we are.
This hat, right?
Yep, this hat here is actually going to be on Netflix today, and the movie Western drama series is called Godless. Takes place in the 1870s, 1880s, and this is the hat that we made for the Roy Good character played by Jack O'Connell.
All right, well, I tip my hat to you, sir.
Thank
I am
you.
in awe of your hats. All right, let's give you a special offer this morning. If you mention Sonoran Living, you are going to receive $100 off a custom hat. Watson's Hat Shop is located at 7100 East Cave Creek Road, Suite 148 in Cave Creek. To learn more, 480-595-9777 or visit their website, watsonshatshop.com.
I know you're a hat lover. You look great in that hat.
I love this hat. I know. It just happened to match.
Okay, Sid, I hope you're watching, right? Great gift idea. All right, well, from the top of your head to the back of your neck, to your lower back, to the back of your legs. Now we're talking about the relaxing gift of a massage. We're going to tell you all about it when we come back. Everybody, just relax. Well, are you looking for a gift idea that is absolutely fail-safe? You can't go wrong with this gift idea. How about this? How about the gift of a massage? I say absolutely, sign me up. I want you to meet the Elements Massage General Manager. This is Allison Hughes. She has some great ideas for you for the holidays for Elements, and I'm just watching it and it relaxes me, Allison.
Yes. Don't you just want to be under there?
Yes, I do, actually. But tell me, first of all, when people come into Elements, you guys offer up an experience, and you've actually been rewarded for that experience. It's a customer service experience, and you're highly rated in the industry.
Yes, we tailor everything to the client, so it's all about you for that 1 hour. So from the moment they make a phone call to set up that session, we're matching you with the perfect therapist. They get in the room and they do their thing.
What are the health benefits of massage?
It relaxes you, obviously.
Right.
That's number one. It improves your circulation. It reduces anxiety. It can help with depression. It manages pain. It's just a great thing to have when you're having a headache. You can give us a call. We try to get day-in appointments, and it can lower your blood pressure.
And who doesn't want their blood pressure lower at this time of year, right? I mean, this is really the ultimate gift. How often should people get massages in order to get the health benefits of it?
So we recommend at least once a month, if not every week. It depends on what kind of pressure you're having, pain you're having.
Right.
You need to get it when your body needs it. At least once a month is good for maintenance.
And at Elements, you offer a variety of services as well. I mean,
Yes.
you can go beyond an hour, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I need the 90-minute.
Oh, once you go to the 90-minute, you cannot turn back to the hour.
Exactly. It's like, what time is up
Yes.
already? Now, I want to talk a little bit about, this is what's so unique, and your massage therapist is going to be using these in her massage. What are these?
Those are our new Himalayan salt stones. They are 84 natural minerals. They use them heated up. It adds a whole nother level of luxury and relaxation
And
to
she's
your
using,
muscles.
so she's using them right now. So
Yes.
and I'm feeling this. You can't feel it on television, but I'm feeling these stones, and they're nice and warm, and oh my gosh, so relaxing. You know, we hear that you have some other offerings, some really exciting offerings
Yes.
going on. Tell me about those.
So for November and December, we've added peppermint aromatherapy.
Ooh.
Talk about a headache. If we have stress with the holidays, that will relax your headaches. That will relax your anxiety, your stress that come around with the holidays.
A little bit of that going right here, and it's like,
yes, holidays in a jar, which will be on your body.
what is the